Well, Transport Corp is the next company on our radar. They delivered a set of numbers. What's the way ahead? That's what we want to understand. Mr. Vineet Agarwal joins us on the show. Hi, Vineet. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining in. I recall earlier this year, you were talking about a 10 to around 15% revenue growth. At the halfway mark, you've done something around 5 to 6%. So what's the revised number then for the year? Can you still do that 10 to 15%? And also, across the margins, across segments, what kind of a margin outlook should we be working with?
Thanks for having me. You guys had a very nice picture of me, which had a lot of hair. So I think I need that Mama Earth shampoo.
Go ahead.
But nevertheless, so business, the first half of the year is usually a little slower, a little weaker. And last quarter was also the monsoon quarter, and things are typically very weak also. But we're quite confident of the 10 to 15%. Things will start picking up as we go forward. And usually only about 45% of our revenues come in H1, and the rest of it comes in H2. So yes, we are not revising the guidance around both the top line as well as the bottom line. On the bottom line, you're seeing that, on the quarter on quarter, we grew by 16%. And on the half yearly, we are maintaining the targets. So I'm quite confident of the numbers going forward.
All right, you are confident of 10 to 15% growth in this year, despite doing just 5 to 6% the first half. Optimistic about the second half. As much as you believe you need Mama Earth products, I'm sure Mama Earth needs you to deliver their products across the country as well. So it is a mutual benefit. We'll probably try and connect both of you all later. But, be that as it may, your margin target across all verticals. I mean, look at your freight margins. They've come down from about 4% to 3.5%. Supply chain, they've seen a bit of margin improvement. Seaways margins are down from 24.5% to closer to 23%. What band should the street be working with in the second half of this year across all verticals?
Yeah, so some of this is quite seasonal. Clearly, there is some uptick that's happening in the automotive sector, and we know that it's like in some areas really booming. And we do a lot of work in the automotive sector, which is helping our supply chain business tremendously. On the Seaways side, we've always been maintaining that the margins need to sort of come down to a little bit more normal levels. And this 25% odd EBITDA levels, 25 to 30% EBITDA levels is more reasonable. And we will get to that as well. On the freight business, it's a little bit of a slow down that we've seen. You see, the festival season this year is a little later. So like Diwali is November 12th. So a lot of the stocking that had to happen did not happen in the quarter end, but some of it has happened in October month. So interestingly, this has helped. That has not really put that much growth in volumes for us. But the general trends are that October has been decently better, and going forward, it will continue to be better.
All right. What about cold chain business? How did it do? I think you were gunning for a number closer to around 80-90 crores, if I remember correct. What's you likely to end at?
Around those numbers. What's happening is that we've put in a substantial amount of new investments into new trucks. Again, very buoyant scenario with the kind of orders that we've received from our clients. We are doing work for not just the FMCG companies. We are working for dairy companies. We're working for specialty chemicals. We're working pharmaceuticals. And just the QSR business is also something that's growing quite rapidly. So these are all trends that are very positive. And that's why we've doubled down on that, made some extra investments into new trucks. And that should deliver the kind of targets that we have for the full year.
All right. Thank you so much for joining in, Vineet. Wish you good luck for the remainder of this year. You sound optimistic. Maybe speak in the next quarter with a lot closer to your guided band in terms of revenue growth as well.